Patty, we are getting ready to move into our RV, and a lot of people think we're nuts.
Oh, yeah. Even without moving into the RV.
Yeah, well, that is true. And one of the reasons has to do with getting a good night's sleep.
Yeah.
And I thought we would address that in this week's episode of Travels with Delaney,
The podcast.
Welcome back, everyone. My name is Patrick.
I'm Patty.
And we are joined, as always, or almost always, by Truman and Bess, our Cavalier King Charles Spaniels.
Truman loves to get on the Zoom couch, as we call it.
He does. He is going to be so sad.
That doesn't go with us, because we'll find him in here on the couch, this little bitty couch.
I know. He's going to be very sad when this is. And we only probably have, I'd have to do some quick calculations.
I was looking yesterday.
What, about three more episodes?
Yeah.
Maybe 2 to 3 more episodes on this couch, and then everything else will be in the RV.
In the RV.
Yeah. So, and in fact, for those of you on the audio side, obviously, there's no way for you to see. I probably should take a picture and put up this B-roll of this room. Some of you have commented over the weeks that things keep missing from the stand, and now it's completely empty. Nothing above us. But now we don't even have our normal table that sits here where we set our audio equipment. Yeah, it went to the storage unit, so I had to bring over a little table thingy.
A wannabe table.
Yeah, so it is getting there. We are getting closer by the minute.
It's getting to the point it's like, all right, the easy stuff to get out is out. Now you're down to okay, do I still need this? Do I not need this? Can I take it over?
Yeah.
Can I pack it? What do I need to do? Kind of stuff.
Yeah, we're getting down to the end. We should be closing this coming week.
Yeah.
This will air on the audio side on Monday and the video side usually on Wednesday. So it looks like Thursday is closing day. So by the time we come to you with the next episode, we officially will be homeless.
Yeah.
At least on paper. So. Yeah. All right. So, Patty, you know what we have to do.
Yep.
It's time for another episode, or not an episode. It could be an episode.
Try it again.
How about another exciting round of this or that?
All right. It's Saturday, and I had good sleep, so I'm ready.
All right.
Okay.
All right, Patty. If I could grant you one wish in an RV,
okay,
which of these two items would you want me to give to you?
Okay.
All right. First item, a bathtub.
Ooh. In an RV
in
or
an
a
RV?
tiny house?
Well, either one.
Okay, RV. Okay.
Or a walk-in closet.
Oh, you're cruel. I think, golly, you know how I love my baths.
I know.
I like to get all
But you also like to have
sudsy.
Lots of clothes and
I
shoes.
like to be able to have choices.
Yeah.
Golly, I'm going with the walk-in closet.
Wow, walk-in closet for the win. I tell you, I wasn't sure. I was thinking, because I know how much the bathtub means to you. And I'm thinking, I think she's going to go with the bathtub. But I also know having good storage space
is another good one.
Yeah, because you like to have me.
Choices.
If I have 2 pairs of pants and like 4 shirts, I'm happy.
You have what we've always said over the last 33 years.
Standard wardrobe.
Standard wardrobe. Yep. Khaki pants, dress shirt. Khaki pants, dress shirt. Khaki pants, dress
shirt.
Sometimes it may be a pair of jeans and a dress shirt.
Yeah.
Or jeans. Now it's Happy Acres shirt and shorts and Happy Acres shorts. And it's not even a variation on short color. It's like the khaki color. Yeah,
I know. That's one of the reasons I took the job. I get free shirts to wear. I mean, the money we're saving on my wardrobe.
Oh my gosh, just think of it.
Yeah.
Shoo. Do you think it'll be enough to buy a Starbucks every now and then?
Maybe. So, all right. Well, I was just curious because I don't know that I've ever seen an RV with a real bathtub, meaning they make those ones for little kids, but an actual adult bathtub, which I don't really understand. Maybe it's weight. Maybe that's the concern.
Well, I just think the space.
Yeah. But we've seen tiny homes
with them.
And I think, I don't know if we'll end up with a tiny home with a tub or not, but I know it'd be something you'd like.
Yeah. If we don't, we'll have to figure out a way to.
But I know you'd like the closet, definitely. I think we both would. So.
Yep.
All right. I just thought that would be fun.
There you go.
Well, the other day at work, somebody said to me, I don't understand how you're going to live in an RV.
Oh, that's easy.
And I said, that's kind of what I said. I go, well, we do it all the time. What do you mean? And they're like, we go out for the weekend in our RV, and she just said, she goes, I never sleep well. I'm always so glad to get home from camping.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm like, well,
it's the opposite for
yeah,
us.
and that's what I said. I go, well, that's interesting because I'm just the opposite. I always say I sleep better in the RV than I do here at home.
And even Kevin and Angie, because Kevin we saw them at Christmas time with their new van camper, a little bit bigger. He's like, it's like a little nook, a little area that you get all snuggly in, and you just feel cozy. And I said, that's how we feel too. So
so she asked me, she said, what's your secret then?
All right.
And I said, well, I started listing some things, and I thought, well, maybe this is a discussion you and I should have here on the podcast.
Okay.
Is why is it that we sleep so well in the RV?
Okay.
And I think probably the number one reason, because I asked her, this is the first question I asked her was,
okay,
what mattress do you sleep on?
There you go.
And she said, well, the one that came with it. And I said, that's your problem.
That's a big no-no. If you want a good night's sleep.
I should have let Jim insert that sound. Yeah. First of all, most of the mattresses that come with new RVs,
they're just like placeholders, aren't they?
They're really like a placeholder for you to get your own mattress.
Yes.
And honestly, I don't even know why they waste what little money they have invested in those.
They're terrible.
They're horrible.
I mean,
and in fact, I'll tell you who has the worst, the absolute worst.
Who has the worst?
Alliance. That thing is a joke.
What is that? Is it like a bunch of smushed up water bottles or something?
You remember Silly String or what was that called? Okay, it's like they took a can of Silly String that hardens.
Yeah.
And just like made like what are those waffle cake?
A waffle cake,
funnel cake. Funnel cake. Like they made a funnel cake with hard plastic.
Right.
And then they threw a little bit of cloth on it and put a cover on it and called it. It's a joke.
And even the dogs, because we were on one with our first fifth wheel.
Right.
When we got it, because we had a timing with getting the new mattress.
We had to sleep one night on it,
and it was terrible.
Oh, we might as well pulled it off and slept on the plywood.
I think it might have been more comfortable because even the pups looked at me like, "You've got to be kidding me."
I know.
There must be something outside the window.
I know. Bess is like straining to look outside, and she's starting to growl. So some manufacturers do a little bit better job, but usually, and I love when they put like a name on them, like. I think I've seen Sealy before on an RV, but it's not the same as like the one you're buying for your house.
Nope, not even close.
So that's what I told my coworker was. I'm like, you really should consider getting a new
really good mattress.
And she said, well, the problem is, this is what she said to me. Well, the problem is it's not a residential mattress. It's a RV queen.
No.
And I said, so?
What's that got to do with anything?
and that's when I introduced her to Mattress Insider.
Yes.
Because we've had a Mattress Insider mattress now for, I was thinking about it, 4 years, I think, 21.
We had one in the Lance.
We bought it. We bought the one in the Lance.
One in the house.
In January of 21.
One in the cabin, the King.
That one came in June of 21.
The one in the fifth wheel.
And then the fifth wheel one, which would have been in 23, I think.
Yeah, and then
which we just brought over
to the new.
But so the one here in the house.
Yeah.
We've been sleeping on since summer of 21.
And it is awesome.
And the thing about Mattress Insider, I know there's lots of different. And by the way, you can buy your mattress wherever you want. But if you need a specialty mattress, and that's kind of how we found Mattress Insider.
Yep.
Because the mattress for the Lance had to be one that folded in half, if you remember, because it had that sofa dealie underneath.
It had to fold. Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times when you found companies that would do those customizations, it was really expensive. But Mattress Insider, they will customize your mattress for a very small add-on. I think back then it was like $100 extra to have that seam put in it. And but we fell in love with the RV mattress that we ended up ordering a king size, and that's what we sleep on upstairs. And in fact, we're not storing a lot of furniture. But we're taking our king mattress with us so that when we do get, hopefully, a house, a tiny house, it'll fit.
Yeah, I bought a cover that has handles on it.
Yeah,
go over
big, heavy cover for it.
Thick, and keep the moisture out and keep it fresh.
But if you're not sleeping well, there's a good chance the first place to start is your mattress. And so, like I said, we've been very happy.
Right.
But even if you're like, I'm not buying it, from Mattress Insider, that's fine. You know, places like Costco sell nice foam mattresses. Now, again, if you need a short queen, they're not going to have that.
No.
But again, a company like Mattress Insider, you can, and those are standard. I don't even think they charge extra for the short queens.
Right.
They just have those in stock. And the thing I like about Mattress Insider, besides the fact that we've been sleeping on 365 the last 4 years, is number one, they're owned. They're American-owned, American-made, made right here in the U.S. They're based out of Littleton, Colorado, so if anybody gets out that way, they actually have a showroom. They're made in North Carolina, mainly because, and I asked the owner of the company why they don't make them in Colorado, and he just said, well, North Carolina is kind of like the furniture capital of the U.S., and it just makes more sense because all the equipment and the facilities are there. They use some really high-grade products, like organic cotton for the covers. And so, yeah, that's why we do. And I will leave a link. And, yes, if anybody purchases, I always fully transparent on this. We do have a deal with Mattress Insider. We can get you a discount on your purchase by using our code, but it also makes us a little commission that we're able to then put back into, especially the podcast. Because what a lot of people don't realize is, I don't think, the podcast makes us no money, basically. We are not. Yeah, we're not monetized. We are monetized on YouTube with the podcast. I think last month we made like $4.54, and I'm not making that up. Okay, because we just don't get big views on these. So anytime we can work with companies that we actually use their products and we believe in, then that money helps us. And so when we do have to replace a headphone set or we have to upgrade our recording equipment or whatever. So anyway, but again, even if you don't want to use Mattress Insider, I would consider looking at a new mattress that will make you comfortable. Because I could see where somebody would be like, I don't really enjoy camping because my back hurts or I don't sleep well.
You got to sleep well.
Yeah. I will say one other thing I want to throw in here, Patty, that I don't know that it adds to comfort of sleep, but it definitely goes along with your mattress, is I recommend using something under your mattress in your RV.
Yeah, what's ours called?
Well, ours is, I have no idea. I cannot
remember. Isn't it like
but it's from Mattress Insider. It's kind of like that plastic stuff that Alliance calls a mattress.
Right.
It's a thin layer of like a braided plastic with like a
felt cover.
And all you do is you cut it to fit under your mattress. And what that does is it elevates your mattress maybe a half an inch, quarter of an inch. I don't know, not much. And it allows airflow because in most RVs, you're setting your mattress right on plywood. And in many times that plywood may be over something like an outdoor storage. So you have, like humidity, moisture. And so people will complain that they'll lift up their mattresses and see mold and mildew. And so the product that we use, and again, if you just go to Mattress Insider, you'll see it. I don't know why all of a sudden I can't think of the name.
Yeah, I see it in there, but I can't think of it.
You can see I'm a horrible spokesperson for companies because I can't even remember the name of the product. But it's like a vapor barrier type situation. Yeah. And if you don't want to use that, another good alternative is the Froley system.
Right, we had that in the tab.
Now, the Froley system is going to cost you more.
Right.
And we had it in the tab, and it's like these little plastic springs, and you lay them out.
You place them. And they help with, like me, it was like my hips.
Yeah, they actually will help with comfort. But they will also create that airflow so you don't have to worry about mold or mildew with your mattress. So I thought I'd throw that out there. What is something else, Patty, that you and I think is important?
Well, we always get a good cotton count on our sheets, a good sheet.
Good quality sheets. I know.
High count, thread count, whatever you call that. Here in the house and in the trailer,
we might just be divas.
I think so because I don't know. I don't like a sheet that feels rough and scratchy. We didn't even switch to the flannel this winter. No. We love our sheets, and I forget, are ours J-Lo? We've had J-Lo?
We've had the J-Lo brand from Kohl's, and those are really nice. The key is a good thread count.
Yeah.
These 250 thread counts are going to feel like sandpaper.
Yes.
We like to get up around 500-600 thread count.
Well, and the ones we have, I can't remember where we got them. Probably Costco.
I think actually the current set in the RV is from Costco.
They have deep pockets.
They're deep pockets, but they're super, super soft because, again, they're high thread count.
And they wash
and they weren't cheap.
No.
Even at Costco, I think we spent $69 maybe for
something
a queen
like
set.
That. And you can wash them. We wash them.
Oh,
We would
they
do the
wash
bedding
up
every
great.
week, and they
no
just
wrinkles.
wash up. And yeah, you get them out, and they're smooth and soft. And the more you wash them, the softer they get. And,
right.
And they just go on and stay on, because I hate a fitted sheet that doesn't stay on.
Yeah, these deep pockets are
and
nice.
They just are great. They work so well.
Yeah. And I think a lot of people probably with their RV, it's an afterthought. It's like, hey, do we have an extra set laying around?
Right.
And so they grab whatever. And maybe for you, it doesn't affect your sleep. But for us, we like to feel luxurious,
I do.
both here and on the road.
Yeah.
And so good sheets. And then I would go another step further. We also like a nice comforter.
Yes.
We've used different things over the years. You've got to find what makes you comfortable.
Yep.
Currently, we're using I think it's down, right?
From Costco.
From Costco. It's not the brightest thing we ever did because it's all white.
Well, I love white.
But it just feels, and I think some of it's mental, but when we walk back to the bedroom.
It just feels so welcoming.
It's just.
And squishy and soft.
But when you have dogs that sleep with you.
It's not always
especially
the best.
a black one that sheds.
Well, and their dirty little feet. But we love it, and we'll use it until it dies.
But I will tell you a great alternative.
Yeah.
That probably might be a little cheaper. Because that was not. From IKEA. If you go to IKEA, and even if you don't have an IKEA, you can order online.
We always get
insert? We always get a duvet insert, and we tend to go because they have them in different warmth factors, how warm you want it.
Some are synthetic, and some are
down. Yeah, so we go synthetic because that's always cheaper, and I always feel like not quite as warm. And then we tend to go with more of like closer to cool.
Right.
So it's going to be a little thinner because our theory is we can always have another blanket.
Well, especially since we're in it most of the summer.
And most of the time in the summer, you don't want a heavy.
Right, something thick.
And so I should know how much these are because I just ordered for
they go
the
on
campground.
Sale all the time.
Yeah, IKEA just had all their bedding 15% off. But I just ordered for the campground because we're going to be using IKEA duvet covers and duvet inserts in all of our cabins this summer. And I want to say we probably have no more than $50 to $60 total with the duvet cover and the insert.
Well, what's just cool if you've ever been to IKEA, they have all those duvet covers, and so you could change it out. You know, if it gets.
That's the reason we like duvets is you get tired of it.
And you get to, or if it gets worn out, or if the color gets ruined, or whatever. And so, yeah, we have this really nice kind of a gray on gray print that we kept. Now we have the one you're talking about from Costco in the trailer that's cream.
Which is not a duvet. It's just more like a comforter.
Right. But we have this other one like in reserve.
Oh, yeah.
And it comes with, we got the, the shams and all that. And it's just, it's nice.
So the bed is a complete package for us, the sheets, and then finally pillows.
Right, you got to have some good pillows.
I mean, and that's something, because I did ask her, because we were just having a conversation. So once I realized they're sleeping on the original mattress, which is probably the big issue.
Yeah.
And I was saying how we really like nice sheets, and she's like, well, these were just some old ones we had. And then, I said something about finding the right pillow. And she's like, yeah, these were just from Walmart for like $2 a piece.
Yeah, that's not good.
And like, at least for us.
At least for me.
Yeah. So we always make sure we have good quality pillows. And so basically what we sleep on here at the house are the
same thing in the trailer.
Yeah, we just because they work here.
Yep.
So we're like, well, then we'll buy the same ones. And
again, I like the ones from IKEA because you can get them like if you're a back sleeper, side sleeper, stomach sleeper, combination of any of that, and they're not overly priced, and
we have no affiliation with Costco or IKEA. It was just we like both of them for different things.
Yep.
So, all right, so there we go. We've got our bed.
Yep.
And what other things though? Because like I said, you and I sleep so well in the RV.
Well, I think sometimes, especially in the summer, we use our Wuzu fan for like some white noise, plus to keep airflow. Or we open our windows, but sometimes you can't open your window if it's noisy or something.
Right.
But something like that helps, I think.
Help
sleep. Plus, with the pups, it gives them kind of a sound sometimes that they're not distracted by other sounds outside of the trailer. Stuff like that, or even some like Oh, some mellow, like smooth jazz, real light.
Yeah.
Jazz playing.
We almost always fall asleep to
something mellow, just nothing too peppy, just something to mellow you out.
Right.
Yeah. And I use Pandora. I think it's Autumn Jazz is our favorite, but it's a channel. The other night I had Valentine Jazz going on, is what it was called.
Yeah, you and I tend to be people that do need that white noise.
I've gotten used to it. As a kid, I didn't need it, but anymore I need it. Something, just a little something.
And the reason I think we like that little Wuzu fan, which again we picked up at Costco.
It's really quiet, but
it just gives you enough of a, and it can also, we kind of sometimes when it's warm out, the thing is, if we don't have to run the AC,
we try not to.
Because it's noisy.
Yep, it's loud.
And it's kicking on and off. In fact, we have an AC in our bedroom of our RV.
Usually we don't run that
Usually we don't run it at night because it's kicking on and off and it's right above us and it's super loud. So typically what we'll do is we'll run the living room AC, which is ducted into the bedroom.
Yep.
And so we'll have that going, but then we'll also have the little Wuzu fan just to kind of provide a little bit more air circulation, and again help give us just that little bit of white noise.
Right.
And that way, if we're traveling and we're at a Cracker Barrel where sometimes it can be kind of loud at night because usually those are right beside the highway, it helps kind of mask that.
Well, and anybody with sleep patterns, you need it a little cooler. And so we always try to have it a little cooler at night.
We also like dark, too.
Well, I like it really dark.
Yeah.
I'm a bat.
So Patty, over the years, has made me, get tape out and cover,
Any little light.
Any little light. I remember in the Tab 400, the TV was at the foot of the bed, and there was, a little blue light when it was off.
It's terrible.
And she'd be like, I can't sleep. I'm like,
a beacon.
Oh, serious? Yeah, you used to call it a beacon. I remember in hotels years ago,
we had to cover stuff
she would make me go over and, stuff a tissue in the peephole or over the peephole or something.
Or a towel under the door.
Because light would come in and yeah. But and I think everybody has different things they do.
I like it dark.
I mean, we could go. I mean, I didn't get into my coworker with well, are you drinking coffee before you go to bed or anything like that? But although that never bothers me.
No, it doesn't bother you.
I can drink a cup of coffee, go to sleep like nobody's business.
Now, thinking about trailers, I have gotten better over the years, but having a level trailer helps with sleeping. But we've had some weird situations where we couldn't get completely level. But sometimes that can throw me off.
You mean like when you're rolling off the bed?
Or you're holding on, I need ratchet straps.
Patty, I'll say, how'd you sleep last night? She'll be like, not good. I'm like, really? I'm like, I slept great. She's like, yeah, but I was rolling
holding you on.
I was holding you onto the bed. You were rolling into me. Well, most of the time we do try to keep the trailer level.
But we've gotten to the point, we've traveled a lot, that sometimes I'm just so tired. It's like, I don't care. Just whatever. I'm ready to go to sleep.
I know.
I can go to sleep anywhere, it seems like, anymore. But, yeah there are times, though, it's like, I am slipping off of this thing.
Right.
I need to hold on.
And, I should circle back on the whole mattress thing.
Okay.
Because once I mentioned the Tab 400, it got me thinking that it's possible you may have an RV that doesn't have a traditional mattress in it.
That one was a funky shape.
Yeah. So with the Tab 400, it was 3 cushions.
Yeah.
And they did it that way so that you could get under the bed. You could pull cushions
there was
to get
storage under there, and equipment under there.
And one of the things that was, and so the Tab came with the Froley sleep system.
Right.
That's why we know about the Froley.
Right.
And so the idea was that it would provide almost like a box spring for you, and then you'd have these cushions.
Right.
But one of the things we didn't like was because it was 3 cushions, it was like you could
it
feel.
It hit you in certain spots. What was it?
Well,
kind of like the what do they call that on a pillow? The outside, I don't know, the trim on the cushions.
Yeah.
Where the cushions met,
you could feel it.
Yeah.
And so one of the things that you may be able to do if you have a situation
the piping.
There you go.
Sorry.
Now I'm thinking about plumbing. See, squirrel. No, what?
Go ahead.
So what I was starting to say was, I think one of the things we did early on was we got one of those egg crate toppers, and that just kind of helped to smooth that out.
Yes, yes.
And then eventually, we used that for probably the first year or more, and then at some point, I think probably right before we sold it to Mark and Karen. We didn't know we were going to sell it when they
right,
did.
You don't.
But I actually found a mattress on Amazon, a foam mattress. I think that was like a 6-inch.
Oh, yeah.
And so we took the cushions out and put an actual mattress in there. Now, had I known about Mattress Insider at that point, we could have called them, had it made to fit specifically. Because if you remember, the mattress was like
one corner
6 inches
weird.
short on the bottom.
Yeah, it was short.
Which was fine. It was plenty long for us.
Right.
It was
just
a
big space.
It was just a big space.
Yeah.
And so we could have had one actually made from there. Now, the one thing I will tell you, like with the Tab 400, because that back
the pitch.
Yeah, the pitch of the roof goes way down. I remember 6 inches was about as thick as we could have went.
You wouldn't want to go any thicker because you're squishing your head.
Yeah, but that slept.
The wedge.
And the wedge. And I think Mark and Karen are still sleeping on that mattress.
I think so.
We saved the cushions.
Yeah.
That's one of the things I will tell you. You not a mattress. There's no sense in saving the mattress.
Yeah.
But when we take things out of our RV, like good example, our current RV, we took the bedroom door off.
Yep.
Because we don't need the privacy and it's in the way. But we always save that, just like we took the table out and bought a different table. We save that. That way, then when you get ready to sell it, you can either put it back on if you want to make it look like original, or we just usually give it to them and say, if you want to go back to the original table, or if you want to put the door on.
Well, just like the original. And it's never that soft is what the quilt-like thing they have on the bed.
Oh, that's another thing I never understand.
Or the pillows.
They give you like a comforter.
It's not really a comforter, but
so we always just pack those up so that when we get ready to sell or trade in, we normally try to put that back in.
Yeah, we give it back.
Now, if you're saying, well, what if I buy a Mattress Insider mattress for my RV and then I want to get rid of it? Well, if you're selling it yourself, you're probably going to have to leave the mattress.
But if you
I guess you could sell it without a mattress.
You could.
But if you're trading in, like we typically do,
you can move the mattress.
I just always, that's part of the deal, as I say.
I keep the mattress.
And they actually are thrilled because what they'll do is they'll take the new crappy mattress out of your new RV, put it in the one you're trading in, and that way whoever's buying it, it's a brand new sealed mattress. It's not, you're not getting somebody else's mattress. But, So anyway, well, that's what I told my colleague, and so I think they're going to go out and get I don't know if they're getting a Mattress Insider mattress, but they're going to get a new mattress before camping season, she said, because she just couldn't believe that we would even consider living in it. The thing is, people, when I've been telling them we're going to live in our RV, and they give you that weird look or whatever,
start to give you a funny look,
and I tell them like, they're like, how are you going to do that? How do you know you're not going to go crazy? And that's what I always say. We were seasonals for, I think it was about 8 years in our first fifth wheel. And we always moved in mid-April, and we didn't move out until mid-October. The last 2 years, we've lived in our current fifth wheels at Happy Acres all summer. So if you can do it like we've done it for 6 or 7 months at a time, what's another 5 months?
Right.
And so, but I think the key is, you have to make it comfortable,
right?
And you have to make it feel like home, because if it's just if it's just your camper and you're putting no effort into it, then it's not probably going to be as enjoyable, even if you're just going out for a weekend or two.
Right.
So.
We always maximize our space with our storage.
Like, we are so weird on the whole bedding thing. When we owned our Disney timeshare, we would
take our own bedding.
We would take our own bedding. We owned a Disney timeshare for what, about
so
15 years, 16 years? And we would literally carry a crate to Florida that would have sheets and pillows and comforter, and as soon as we would check in, the first thing Patty would do, she'd strip the bed and just set Disney's crappy sheets and stuff to the side. We'd make the bed, and we'd always tell although with the timeshare that you don't really get much housekeeping.
No, but we'd say this is.
And we just let them know, like, hey, this is our bedding. Please don't
take it off.
Yeah. And then we get ready to, when our vacation was over, Patty'd pack it, we'd wash it up, pack it up in the crate, bring it back home.
Yep.
So we might be a little weird.
Well, your mom did it too.
Yeah, my mom did it too. That's probably where I get it.
And your sister.
So.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hopefully that might help some of you. And again, I will drop the link down in the description for both the podcast and the video podcast. If anybody wants to check out Mattress Insider, again, you can go on there. I will tell you this, though. If you do consider purchasing from Mattress Insider, I highly recommend you not order online.
Talk to them.
Call them. The people on the phone are sleep specialists. They're going to ask you a bunch of questions to make sure, because they have lots of different mattresses. And a good example is Woody and Priscilla, my aunt and uncle, when they went to order their mattress for their fifth wheel last year. He was going to order online. I said, I really suggest you call. So when he called, he says, hey, my nephew travels with Delaney. I want the mattress he has. And the guy luckily says to him, well, hey, before we place that order, let me ask you a few questions about your sleeping style. And guess what?
They didn't get our mattress.
They didn't get our mattress because
they sleep different.
One of the things he said was, what's the best night? I think he might have asked him, like, what's the best night of sleep? He goes, well, we used to have a sleep number bed. And the guy goes, great, what numbers were you? And that's when he goes, you definitely don't want your nephew's mattress.
Yeah, they need something
it's
more
too
firm.
soft.
Yeah.
And so and they're not pushy at all. So you can call, ask questions. They're not high pressure, but they're going to ask you questions to make sure you get the best possible mattress to fit your sleep style. Mm-hmm. And they do, I believe it's 129 or 120-day sleep guarantee. If you have any issues, they have a great warranty on their mattresses. And like I said, and if you call, make sure you mention Travels with Delaney so that you get that discount off of the price.
Absolutely.
And they will take care of you.
Yep.
So that's just my suggestion. If you want to just order a stock one off, but I just always highly recommend people call them.
Just talk to them because they'll get you set up.
They've done us right over the years in terms of, and by the way, even though we make a small commission, I want to make this clear. The first mattress we purchased at a discount, and then at some point they refunded our money after we had sold a few mattresses. But the king that we sleep on upstairs here and the current mattress in our RV, we paid for both of those at full price. We did use our own discount. And so I do want to make that clear that if you're thinking this is just a sales job by
it
you,
is not.
It is in a sense because we believe in it.
Yeah.
But it's not like they're sending us free mattresses left and right. The last two we have paid for, and just really love them. So.
We love them.
Speaking of loving, you know who else I love?
Mr. Jim.
Mr. Jim, our friend and our producer, and we could never do this podcast without him.
Thank you,
Jim. And also thank you to all of you who take time out of your busy schedules
to listen to us jibber jabber.
Yeah. It's funny. I saw the comments from last week's podcast where I talked about how we found our family again, and people were saying, we still love Travels with Delaney, or we still sometimes watch Travels with, but what they love about this is they said it's so much more informal, like it's more personable, and that's why they like the podcast.
It's just jibber jabber.
And trust me, Patty feels the same way, and so do I.
I love this way.
Yeah.
This is my favorite.
It's just a conversation with you guys.
Yeah.
And so anyway, thank you.
Thank you for listening to us.
All right, I think that's going to do it, Patty. Let's go ahead and wrap this up. And until next time, everybody, we'll see you.
On down the road.
Bye.
Travels with Delaney. We'll see you on down the road.